Okay, students, this is a video to help you do the literary analysis skill builder packet for the Iliad. As promised, I'm sorry I'm a day late. I had to handle some business. It was an emergency, but I wanted to make sure that I had your video done for those of you who are trying to get it done and don't know exactly what to do on it. So for the first page here, we have from the Iliad, Book 1, pages 181 to 194, an active reading skill builder, evaluating characters and events. So basically on this worksheet, you're studying the reading skill, which is one of our standards, which is basically how to judge characters based on their actions and what they say, and what others act and say about those characters themselves, but also to evaluate events. In other words, you're reading between the lines when you look at the different characters and events. You look at their actions, and then based on your actions, you make a judgment about why they do that, or what does it mean that they do that. So I'm going to go ahead and read the directions really quickly for this one. As you read Book 1 of the Iliad, you should examine why important characters such as Agamemnon and Achilles act the way they do. You should also look for the causes of major events such as the plague and the feud between Agamemnon and Achilles. Finally, you should evaluate or form your own opinions about the poem's characters and events. Use the chart below to record motives, or in other words, motives means reasons for, causes, and your evaluations. Examples have been provided. So they have one example here of how you're supposed to do this. So the first thing that you do is you look at the three columns. The first part that's already there, the piece of information that is provided to you. For the first one, we're looking at lines 9 through 12, and this is again for Book 1. Apollo sends a plague upon the Greeks. That is actually what happened in the story. So we have to figure out a motive for it. Now, from the paragraph above, motive means reason, a reason for something. And so you have to figure out the reason why this happens. And this pretend student here put to punish Agamemnon for taking the daughter of his priest as a war prize. So when you write my evaluation is you see what Apollo does, the action that Apollo does here, the event or the character, in this case Apollo. You see what his motive is, what was the reason why he did this, and then you say to yourself, what does that mean? What does it say about Apollo? You're evaluating again the character of Apollo. You're trying to see why that is. What does it mean that he did that he created that event or had that motive? So in this pretend student here, we have Apollo is a proud, and it's supposed to say here, a god who seeks revenge. So you're supposed to think, well, he punishes because he punishes the Greeks for taking the war, because Agamemnon takes the war prize and he sends a plague. So what does it mean? It means that he's proud. He's proud as a god. He has a lot of pride, and he seeks revenge because he feels like something was done to him. Someone transgressed against him. So we know that he's very vengeful. Okay, that's one judgment that we can make about that. Let's look at the next one. Maybe we can do this one together. Agamemnon offers to return the priest's daughter in exchange for Achilles' prize Briseis. So, what's his motive for that? His motive for returning her, obviously, is because Agamemnon is punishing the Greeks with a plague, but also he does this on the condition that he must take Achilles' war prize. So the fact that he takes that, for right here you'll put what's his motive for that, because he gives her back because there's a plague, and because he himself will be without a war prize. So that's what would be mine. So I'm kind of giving this one to you. So one, for again, the motive would be because Achilles has taken because they have taken his war prize. He wants Achilles' now, and this is why he wants to take Briseis. The next for the next column here, we have my evaluation. So we can kind of evaluate, we can judge it. The reason why he's doing this is because he's greedy, and he's also very proud, and he can't stand to be told what to do, and he can't look like a fool. So he cares about his reputation. He cares about that. He's proud, and he's very greedy. So that's what would be funny. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and I'll continue on in another one.